and into chapter 34, Passengers Aboard the Third Abyss. I didn't notice this earlier, but reading through this section of the book, the surgeon's name is Tammi, Tammi. Coincidence? I think not.
Some good Incredibles there.
Shami, I'm not sure if this was...
Really going the range here. We're going the range, Wayne's World to Incredibles, man.
Hey, you'll never know what you're going to get here. If only you could see into my brain and see how it functions. Oh, Lord. It would make more sense.
Poor Adelgis.
Tammi does have some very nice things to say to Volke, and she even calls Adelgis Moonbeam, which I love so much.
The nickname stuck.
Exactly. Not only did Fane get to make up a nickname for him, but it stuck. And I like this where after Volke had helped Biyu, everybody kind of started warming up to them and realizing that he wasn't just a person. And one of the things that she actually mentions is that the Sun Chaser isn't just for mercenaries. It is for those that are basically cast out of society or people that have fallen on hard times. And this is exactly what what happened with Volke. So it's very fitting. And I think once she realized that as well, I'm sure the realization was a lot better. And she also asked him to make sure he keeps to look away from her to have direct eye contact still. So
still some awkward moments there.
But it is what it is. Now, Biyu, along with the rest of the crew, hopes that Volke will make it and get rid of the plague so that way he can come back to the Sun Chaser. And Biyu did ask specifically Tammi to give Volke a drawing she made of Volke, Fane, and Adelgis.
Cuteness is just overload. Biyu is just too cute.
No wonder she didn't want to deliver this herself, because there would have been tears. I'd have been crying. We'd all been crying. Like,
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Exactly. So Jose asked Volke to imbue a pair of boots with Knightmare magic, and this is just kind of out of nowhere. Jose was very eager about this and was very blunt. Like, hey, here's bear boots. Here's 6 star shards. And Volke was even like, whoa, we're throwing 6 star shards at this?
Where did they get the star shards? Like, these are supposed to be rare. And we know that Jose gambled away a lot of money. So, like...
Well, again, these star shards are worth, depending on, I'm not sure exactly what book, I can't remember. I think it was Crown Tournament. They're worth 1,000 gold or whatever the currency is. They're expensive. So
that's some money.
Unless they have really good luck because they're in the air on the airship, that star shards happen to like fall into the airship commonly. But we digress. So Volke realizes that he's going to use 3 star shards a piece for these boots because they are 2 individual items, not 1. And as soon as Volke finishes imbuing these, Jose is like, oh yeah, okay, this will allow you to basically walk through the void just like a Knightmare would. And he didn't even use his parchment, which is amazing. I don't know if it was just him knowing how things work and being so well versed in imbuing, and that may be it, that he could just know exactly what the effects are going to be, but that's still pretty awesome. So we start our sullen trudge to the Third Abyss, and Adelgis or Moonbeam even suggests that we just keep our heads down, lay low, let's not start any fights, let's not attract Callisto, like let's just be flies on the wall kind of thing here. And as soon as they get on deck of the ship, Spider recognizes Volke immediately, along with Adelgis, and she's like, well, where's Fane at? He must be invisible. He's being a coward. Volke realized that Karna has already been on the ship, and basically Spider told him, look, you're here for the ride and that's it. Don't do anything else. Volke asks where Karna was, and unfortunately, she explains that Karna is with Callisto at the moment, making sure their payment is good for the passage to through the lightning straits. So again, we'll let your imaginations draw the conclusion onto where that's going. But I think this is one of those moments that Volke is absolutely awestruck that this is what had to have happened in order to get him, and how much Karna cares for Volke.
Really willing to put it all on the line for him. The other one who's coming on the board the ship is Jevil.
We do want to thank everybody for listening, and we want to make mention that Time Marked Warlock will be out for ebook and audiobook on the same date on August 20th. That'll be about 3 weeks from the episode that this episode airs, so be on the lookout for it for those that enjoy Shami Stovall's works. I know, as being part of the advanced reader's copy, the book is amazing. Obviously, won't say anything until it's released. But Shami has gotten many a glowing review so far. We are all excited, I'm sure, to have that released, and I'm excited to see how well it does, being part of that team. So, is there anything else you want to add in, Scott?
No, I'm just excited for her to come out with more and more series, like being a part of it as well, reading through it. It's extremely good if you're a fan of kind of the magic mystery type of deal. Jim Butcher, any of his works, it's very much along a similar line.
If you looking for something else along with Shami's works, the Nexus Games is a great literary RPG series. I know she's got like the Star Mark. She's got a couple other series as well. But with that, I think we'll end this week's episode, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Eric, Scott, and I want to thank everyone for listening today. We post a new episode every Wednesday morning at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard Time. We are on all podcasting platforms and are also on YouTube as well for video. After the additional episode airs, we post chapter-by-chapter videos every day in a smaller, easier-to-digest format. We do want to give a special shout-out to the final member of our team, Dan Mackison, one of the admins for the Frith Chronicles Wiki, link listed below, and doing his best to keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes. If you want to reach out to us, you can email us at frithguildpod@gmail.com or on Facebook or any other social media by searching for Frith Guild Podcast. Just to remind everybody, we have links to everything in the description below on both the podcast and YouTube.
My mouse died, and then I'm charging it right now, and then it disconnected.
Oh no. Gotta go back to